true. With stories of greatness we pursue. Welcome to Inner Goat.
Welcome to Inner Goat's podcast, hosted by myself, Steinkühler,
and Marco Maiworm.
We are excited for today's incredible guest, Polina Sergeeva.
And Polina is currently fighting social taboos around menstruation and helping women all around the world to release pain. More of that we will hear in a second. She is the co-founder and CEO of Menstruflow and also the co-founder of Charisme. Welcome, Polina.
Thank you so much.
Polina, you are an entrepreneur. You have founded many things. What I would be interested in is your actual entrepreneurial journey. How did you start? What was, for example, the first moment where you earned money by being an entrepreneur? And how did it lead to what you're doing now?
The first moment I earned money. You mean as a company or as a person?
I mean, it could also be like washing dishes as a child just to earn money.
All right. Okay, so I would say it was. Oh, now I have to calculate. It was like 6 years ago, something like this.
Okay.
I was working for a company. The name was Hayes. Doesn't matter. And I was not really satisfied with the job because it was kind of boring. So I was looking for something new, and then I found through a friend of a friend a brand. Their name is White Label Project, and they were looking for someone who's going to do digital marketing.
Yeah.
To be honest, at that point, I had no clue about digital marketing. I was just creating content on social media, on Instagram, when it all started with Instagram.
Yes.
And then I thought, okay, let's just tell them I'm going to be your digital marketer strategist.
Awesome.
So that's how it started. And that was my first freelancer job as a digital marketing strategist.
How did you do it? You just went there and said, I'm your perfect digital marketer. I can do everything.
Handshake and
And
closed.
then, how did you do that?
Yeah, kind of. So basically, since I knew how to create content, this was one part. And then I also had to kind of a feeling what could work for their brand. I also organized by that time already a few influencer marketing events and some pop-up stores. So I had already some experience, but I never earned money with this. So it was always like a hobby for me. And that was the first time that I said, okay, now I can also charge some amount for it. And I mean, it were also friends of friends. So
Yeah, but it's always
then
great
it's
to start
easier.
with, right?
Yeah, right.
What happened afterwards? Lead us through.
Afterwards, I think I was working for them for half a year or something like this. And then in the same time, I was still employed. And actually, I never planned to become an entrepreneur, to be honest. I always wanted to be my own boss, but for me, it could also be in a company.
Yeah.
So just being a boss in a big company, like, I don't know which one, Google, maybe?
Yeah, being the CEO of Google is nice.
Yeah, right? I would wish to. So I followed actually the path of being employed. I changed the companies a few times. I think it was in total 5 different companies that I worked for. And the thing was, I always got bored super fast because in big companies, you never have the chance of growing super fast because there are all the organizational structures and all this. But still, I was thinking, okay, at some point I will find this one company where I can become a boss. So this didn't happen. And the job before my last job, it was for the social chain AG. I don't know if you know this company, maybe from the media.
No, me not.
Okay, so basically the bosses there were 2 guys from Höhle der Löwen, from the TV show in Germany. Yes. So it was an e-commerce company, kind of. And at that time, my boss left after 6 months, and I was kind of, not annoyed, but sad, to be honest, because I liked the guy really. And I thought, okay, what should I do now? Should I again leave? Because I also just started this job half a year ago, and I thought, okay, it doesn't look nice in the CV. And that was the moment. It was 1st of April in 2022, and I had my first mentoring call with a woman. And I was complaining about my situation, that I don't know what to do because I just changed the job half a year ago and on the CV and blah, 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 all this kind of things. And then she said, Polina, what I hear the whole time is that you want to become your own boss. So why you don't do this? I was like, yeah, well, how? I mean,
I can just take
Google
over the
didn't
company.
call me. And then she said, well, then just, found a startup. I said, okay, and the thing is, I'm a super big thinker. So when she said, okay, let's start with a startup, I said, okay, but then I need an office, I need employees, I need whatever, product development, I need,
Big bubble.
I want to be Google.
Yeah.
And I said, how? I don't have the money to be Google. And then she said, well, you can also just start in small steps, maybe.
Perhaps.
So we brainstormed, and I like fashion. Fashion would be also quite expensive. So we said, okay, maybe something with jewelry. And I have a lot of ear piercings, so I focused on ear piercings.
Yeah.
So I came home. It was still 1st of April 2022. And I said to my partner, okay, I'm going to found a startup. And he was like, wow, great, finally.
Yeah, he was happy also.
He was waiting for that.
Yeah, I think my whole environment was ready for that. Also, my parents, they were like, okay, finally, because my mom were also saying the whole time, Polina, what can you lose? Nothing. Maybe some money, okay, but that's it. And with jewelry, it's, not a lot of money.
But it's actually wonderful because I feel like most people that really want to start as an entrepreneur, they're not as supported maybe as you were, at least from my feeling. So that means you have a really good environment where you
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get any critics for your ideas? So were you all people around you pushing you and saying, hey, go for it? Or were there skeptical questions around?
Yeah, for sure. There were a lot of skeptical people who were saying like, okay, where does the products come from? It's from China and all this. And I was like, well, but I just want to like collect experience, because by that time I would say, a generalist. So I had experience in sales, HR, finance, project management, risk management, and. But I had no clue about e-commerce. So I thought, okay, what can I do? And that's why actually I have chosen ear piercings, because it's super cheap when you purchase it. And yes, it was from Alibaba, China, wherever. But I mean, for me, it was perfect because I knew I can create a whole brand around this product. I love the idea about it, and I'm gonna learn so much. So
yeah, but it's beautiful. So you had a project where you learned how to do the branding, for example.
Yeah.
That you could then take with you to then also start Menstruflow, right?
Yeah, kind of. I would say I learned definitely a lot what I took also to Menstruflow. I know that I'm not a branding expert, so I tried it back then with Charisme, but yeah, I would say the branding was okay-ish. I mean, I just did it with PowerPoint. That's it. And then I learned that you need a CI, like your color and your font, and then it has to be everywhere. And I was like, okay, sorry, I didn't know that. I thought I can just change the color or the font for
that's how you learn, right?
Yeah, that's how you learn, exactly. But yeah, so what I learned the most about that time is that it's actually super difficult to build a brand, because I thought it would be way easier. It was okay. I mean, it's just a consumer product, right? It's just jewelry. Someone sees it, someone likes it or not, and if they like it, then they just buy it.
Yeah.
But what I also learned was a lot about pricing. Then what I also learned was how to create your founder team, I would say. And what I learned is that it's super important when you're founding not by your own, but with other people together, then it's super important to understand how other people are working.
100%.
What is their working mentality?
Yeah.
Because like I'm a workaholic. But then I have also to understand for myself, what do I need from the other person, from the other founder, co-founder, whatever. Like, do I want a second workaholic, or do I want someone who's going to work 9 to 5? Or
what would be best case? That's the question.
What is perfect match?
Yeah, but I think this one also depends on the person, right?
Yeah.
So for me, the best case is also workaholic.
So you need somebody that is very similar to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Not somebody that is balancing
Yeah.
you and like
Yeah.
giving you the break.
Not when it comes to work mentality.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, that's super interesting. Around Menstruflow, because I think it's a very strong subject that you're dealing with. It's very delicate and sensitive. And my question would be also to understand the problem or the stigma that we have in a society. Maybe to start with that, what are the taboos that we have right now around the menstrual cycle?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm asking myself every day because I never thought that it's such a huge taboo, to be honest. So I think it's just because we all grew up with a belief that, well, period is normal, yes, but period is like a topic you shouldn't talk about.
Yeah.
Because my mom and my dad, they always told me, Polina, just don't talk about it. It's cool. And then also later. I also have to say that I'm not, well, now I'm German, but we moved from Russia to Germany. So actually my parents just wanted kind of to protect me. So that's why they said, okay, you're a woman, you're an immigrant, and then you're also menstruating. That's like the most horrible case.
Oh God.
So just don't talk about it because this would show weakness. If you have pain, if you cannot go to school, if you have to skip school and all this, it's weakness. So for me, period pain and then also period was like an association with weakness. And I think that for most of the women, it's basically the same case. They're not talking about it because they know, okay, also when they're getting older at work, when they have to take menstrual leave or however, then it somehow could show weakness that you cannot work. And then on the other hand, I think we're just not educated enough about the menstrual cycle because why do we think like this? Because men also don't understand anything about the cycle, or most of the men. Most of them. Most of the men. It's getting better. No. Most of the men.
Yeah.
So I think we just need to start like to educate also other genders. And to explain, hey, period is something normal and it's not a weakness. It's just there. That's also why we all exist, actually.
Yeah, it's a part of the nature. Huh?
Exactly.
It's the most normal thing that there is.
Yeah.
So you would say that the menstruation is connotated in society with a lot of shame because of the weakness. And I actually experienced the same when I was in school or in university, that people were not talking about it. But even though everybody knew it is existing, it is there. Maybe you can give us more examples from your personal story, because it is a subject that is also connected to you as a woman. For you, the question, when did you experience also by yourself that this is maybe shame or difficulty?
I would say it started already at school when like I had my period and then I forgot my tampon at home and I was asking friends and then it was like, psh, psh, psh. And then a guy saw it and then it was like, ooh, and they were starting laughing about you. So I think that's when it started. But then also later, I think the study time was actually quite the best time because everyone was kind of open and yeah, we just didn't talk about it, but it was also nothing you should shame about. But then at work again, because I had so strong period pain that I had to leave for 2 days per month, like each month. And then at some point I got comments like, oh, did you have a nice long weekend? Because it was maybe Friday or Monday, but I mean, that's nothing that I can plan, right? And at that point I was like, no, actually not. My weekend was pretty horrible because I was lying in bed taking so much medicine, like Smarties. So no, it was shit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh no, why? And then I was saying, okay, I had my period and I have super strong period pain. And the reaction then was, well, some of my colleagues, also especially the male colleagues, were like, oh, actually, I didn't want to have too much details. I was like, well, I didn't tell you how my blood looked like. I just told you that I was on period. And other ones were like super empathic and asking, oh no, sorry, I didn't know this. How can we help you next time? So we can see that there's a progress and some of, other genders are educated better about this topic, but some of them are still kind of giving you the feeling that you should be ashamed.
And this was like a shot to say, okay, I want to bring out like a campaign and start Menstruflow at the same time.
It was actually connected to another moment.
Oh, really? Tell us about.
Yeah. So basically, I was planning my whole life around my period. So I checked always my calendar. I think also my period I should get it in 1-2 days, something like this. So, and normally I wouldn't have sit here because I knew, okay, it could start every moment and then I would have pain and all this. So this would be like 5 years ago. And then it was January 2023. I was on vacations in Lisbon with my partner, and we planned it that my period should actually come later. Well, sometimes the cycle of a woman thinks, okay,
I come earlier.
Let's start earlier. So the weather was wonderful. The sun was shining in Lisbon, and I was lying on the couch, like super frustrated, like, what else should I do?
Yeah.
And he is a young man, rational young man. He told me, okay, Polina, I can't believe it. I mean, we have cars that are flying almost. Well, they're driving by their own. In the future, they will also fly. Yeah. We have AI. We have all those kind of stuff, but nothing for such a common problem, which is like monthly also.
Which has half of the population.
Exactly. Yeah. Also,
Of the world.
Yeah, of the world. I said, well, if you have something, then I'm going to be the first one who's going to try everything. So we started to do research. And then we found the technology from TENS technology. And we found studies that it's a technology from the 1960s, which is used a lot as natural pain relief in physiotherapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you can use it on your neck, on your legs. There are different areas where you can use it. And then we were like, okay, but then you could also use it maybe for your abdominal for period pain.
Yeah.
So we did deeper research, and then we found also small studies about TENS technology for period pain. And then we were kind of surprised because, I mean, the technology exists already a long time. So we called a doctor, a gynecologist, and asked her, like, is it bullshit or
does it really work?
Does it really work? And she was also kind of surprised in terms of, because she's already over 50 years old, she has her own praxis, clinic. And she said, yes, sure, it works. Yeah, why shouldn't it not? And I said, okay, so why is there no device on the market for women? We did some research. There were no device really for this use case, basically. And then we said, okay, let's do it. We're going to be the one.
Wow. Yeah.
So it was actually just 1 + 1.
Yeah. Like step by step and like, okay, it's free in all direction. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that your boyfriend at that time really supported you in that way and tried to find a solution with her together. Yeah, like that's really cool.
So it is helping with menstruation pain. Is it like relaxing the muscles in that way, or is it? I also saw that it's for endometriosis.
Basically, it helps for each pain, as I said, but in this case, each cycle-based pain. So some women are also having pain during their ovulation. I don't know what's the English word. In German, it's Mittelschmerz. I think. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Middle pain.
Yeah, middle pain, however. But also with period pain, adenomyosis, endometriosis. So, each pain that you could have in this area. And it works with electrical impulses. And you stick it where the pain is. And through the electrical impulses, on the one hand, it releases your muscles, as you said, and then also release your cramps. Yeah. On the other hand, the electrical impulses, they block the period pain or the pain signal that would normally go to your brain. So your brain doesn't receive the signal.
Okay. How can man or the partner support the woman in that situation with the pain for the other person?
What can we do as men?
I think it's super individual, but the first point is just to be open about this topic and to show that you're interested to learn about it. Like just asking questions and asking, how do you feel today? What do you need today? Because one woman would need maybe a tea, the other one a hot water bottle, the other one TENS technology, and the other one whatever. Yeah. So I think, just asking questions and being curious about it, that's the first step. And then you will hear what the partner, what the woman needs in this moment.
Yeah. Also, I got to know that there's different phases of the cycle.
Yeah.
And women have different behaviors during the cycle.
Yeah.
And I think understanding that also helps a lot, right? If you know okay, my girlfriend is going to be grumpy at that time, more energetic at that time, and more tired at that time. That would also help to schedule maybe certain things.
Yeah, for
Is
sure.
it correct, or how would you say that?
Yeah, definitely. But don't ask if she's on period directly. If you're in a fight or something like this, don't.
You better know beforehand.
Yeah, you should You should know beforehand. But also, for example, my partner and I, we like for now, since he knows a lot about the cycle already, every time we have a fight, he's asking me or checking the calendar and calculating if I could be on period.
Yeah.
And if he's almost sure, then he's like, Polina, calm down just to make sure. I think you could be on period almost-ish. And then I'm like, oh yeah, true. Okay. And then it also helps me to realize why I'm like I am at this moment.
Okay, so
comes
it's also important to share the calendar. Huh?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
To see, yeah.
Yeah. And then you can also know, like, during the ovulation time, you're the best version of yourself. So if you want to discuss something important and you need a good mood, then you should do it during the ovulation.
Yeah.
And yeah, during the period, maybe just be empathic and
Yeah.
kind.
When was the first time you truly felt, okay, I'm in the right place, I'm doing the right thing?
I think it was during the process when we were founding Menstruflow, and because by that time I was still employed. So I think I didn't mention this before. So when I founded Charisme, I was also still employed. So Charisme was just like a side hustle.
Yeah.
And also when we founded Menstruflow, actually it was never the plan that I become full-time entrepreneur. My plan was to stay employed because I was actually by that time finally happy in my position. And then I realized, so while I was working on Menstruflow, I realized how much education we need to do about this topic. I realized that it's such a taboo topic. And so when we founded it, it was April 2023. I would say a few months later, I had the feeling, okay, now I'm there where I wanted to be because I was so much into the topic. We have such a great product. I believe in it so much. Now with this brand, I can help millions of women. So yeah, it was mid of 2023.
Amazing. Do you have a special moment in mind where you were like, I don't know, sitting on a lake and having like a moment where you're like, I don't know, like, oh yeah, this was a moment?
I think actually no, it was just a process. So it
Step
was
by
just
step
step by
and-
step, and or maybe the moment when I decided to quit my job that I was employed
important,
to. Yeah, exactly. So I think maybe that was the point because then I realized, oh, okay, now it's getting serious, and now I'm gonna be full-time founder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It was.
Crazy. How has building that business changed you as a person also outside work?
That's a good question. I think, yeah, it's just about the learning curve. So I just learned a lot about different topics and developed in terms of being more stress resistant, I would say.
Was a failure in your life, in your business journey, what maybe also was defining the business or maybe turned into a good moment for you?
I think there were definitely a lot of failures. So as I said before, I'm a super big thinker. And that means for me also, I'm always like the driver, I would say, or like pushing and I want to do it now and fast. And why is it not done by now? So I think the most failures that we did was because I was too enthusiastic about things. And I wanted to do them now, right now. And I didn't overthink them. So, for example, we started to work with an agency in, I think it was like 4 months after we launched our product, because we thought, okay, we are not experts about online marketing, e-commerce, or basically how to advertise all this in online marketing. We thought, okay. Then there was an agency who were telling us, we can scale you like, woo, crazy. And we're like, okay, let's do it. it cost us so much money. It was like crazy. But I was convinced that this is the way to go because I was just this word.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah, this one. I just wanted to scale. I just wanted to grow. So I saw the end product basically and didn't think about, okay, but if it's not going to work out, then we're going to lose a lot of money, which is going to hurt us a lot because we are just on the market since 4 months and we are bootstrapped. And losing 15,000 euro is for a bootstrapped startup a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's when you start and you don't have any investors on the side.
Exactly. So I think this is something that I have also still to improve on. I'm working on it to overthink things, but also not over-engineer it. But just maybe sleep one night, think about it again, and then to think about, is it really the right way to go?
What kind of question do you ask yourself then in that moment?
It's not that I have a model for this one, but the most question I'm asking myself is, what is the worst thing that could happen if we're not going to do it? And what is the best thing that could happen? And then it depends. So in this case, it would have been, okay, the worst case, we will lose 15,000 euros, for example.
Yeah.
If I would have asked this question myself back then I think I would be more skeptical. But I didn't ask myself. I was just thinking about what is the best thing that could happen.
Yeah. I think also in this regard, somebody told me once, if you scale fast, you also fall fast. So what do you think about like natural growth of a company, and how important is it to build a community slowly instead of doing everything rapidly and scaling and having like 1 million customers in the first month?
I think it totally depends on your vision and where you want to be. If your case is that you want to scale fast because then you want to do an exit and to sell the company for I don't know how much euros, dollars or whatever, then I would say scale fast, definitely. But if you want to be a sustainable brand that will be existing also in the next 5 years, 10 years, and it's also more about an impact, then I would say it's definitely super important to do it more in a slow, natural way and don't
over-engineer. Exactly. I think what would interest me a lot would also be the marketing side, to understand, because I mean, you brought here something. Period is normal.
You can see it everywhere on LinkedIn.
I saw it on LinkedIn, like the first 3 seconds I've been to LinkedIn, I was like, okay, there's huge campaigns behind that. Maybe you could explain the campaign behind Period is Normal and also where it brought you to.
Yes. So basically the idea was to do loud marketing, like bold marketing, without spending money. That was the start. I mean, as I said, we are bootstrapped startup. We have no investors.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, okay, how could we do content that is like super bold, that is not 0815 in German?
0815.
Yeah, exactly. Not boring. Let's put it that way. Like vanilla, kind of. And then, I don't know actually how I came up with this idea, but I was visiting my co-founders in Mannheim, and then I said, okay, guys, let's do a sign with the text on it, like super big red, Period is Normal, and on the backside it's written, I'm on my period, and let's walk with this sign through any city and film the reactions.
Yeah.
My co-founder, one of them, she was like, okay, Polina, great idea. You're going to do it. I'm not.
Oh, God. She was also fearful about it.
Yeah, she was super, she just didn't want to do this. And I was like, okay, no problem for me, because I would say I'm not such a shy person. So I was totally fine with it.
I can see that.
So thank you. So the first time we did it, it was in Mannheim. And I was walking around with this shield. And everyone was just looking super weird at me and like, what is she doing? Why is she doing this? And I think it also always depends on in which city you're walking around with this sign, because like in Mannheim, it's more like a small city. It's more conservative, I would say. So I got more weird reactions than positive reactions.
Yes.
So, and then, but we still saw, okay, there are reactions, and that's what we wanted. And especially when you want to break taboos, actually the negative reactions are more worse, because then you see, okay, there's something happening in their brain. Now they start thinking about it. It's working.
Yeah.
So, and then I said, okay, actually this is way better, and we should do it more often. That's how it started. So we thought, okay, it's going to be our kind of
Lighthouse move.
yes, exactly.
To crack the
Yeah.
stigma.
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I just started to walk around in München and Munich and Cologne and Berlin and wherever. I'm also going to events with this sign. Doesn't matter if there are only men or only women.
Wherever you go, you bring
Wherever
it
I
with
go, I bring this one.
So for our audience, what would be the advice for showing this kind of crush in streets to people?
Just do it.
you. Just do it and be bold. And also don't be anxious, right?
Yeah.
To also make statements that, because breaking taboos is something that I would identify you with.
Yeah.
It's not that easy because of the shame, but somebody has to do it. Otherwise, there cannot be a movement being followed. I think you should also make it a community work
Yeah.
that the customers they can also do it on the
So
streets.
they're following us, or
They're following you, yeah. Because that reminds me really much on being an activist. The sign, right? What do you think?
Sure.
So that everybody becomes an
Yeah.
activist as well about that subject.
yeah.
Could be a good question to people like, would you attend?
Yeah, what's your tent?
With
Yeah,
a- with a
that
shield.
screams like community work.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. Yeah, I will do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why not? Yeah, beautiful. In the end of this podcast, Polina, I think it would be beautiful for the listeners also to have something actionable. We call that GOAT challenge. So the question that we want to give you is, what is a belief or a habit, an actionable step that we can do right now?
What I would love to see is that people become more open and are more aware about the topic, period. And especially all genders. Doesn't matter if women without pain, women with pain, but also men and all the other genders, so that everyone understands more about how it feels like to have period, maybe, and also what it means to be socially isolated because of pain each month, like every month in your life.
How can we do that?
Yeah, how can we do that?
So we could start with a period pain simulator, for example, for other genders.
Oh God,
I would love that.
that sounds very nice.
Yeah, I brought something. So basically our device that we have that is
Yeah.
actually against period pain,
Okay,
we can use it also to simulate cramps.
so it's a product for both partners.
It's for both partners. Yeah, you could also buy it, or every man could buy it for
Yes.
for her girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
So, yeah, how with a microphone. So basically, if you put this one out,
So you have little.
this is the device exactly. Then we have the pads. I will give you the big one. Then it's
Much more fun for me.
exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
Awesome.
Um,
They look like little butterflies,
yeah.
right?
desi-
Like the tabs.
Yeah, so we designed it also with the gynecologist together, because we were thinking about how you can stick it like deep enough, because
Yes.
the period pain is super deep mostly. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you this one,
Okay.
and we need also this one.
So it looks like it's super easy to connect.
Yeah,
Then you have like a thingy.
that's a clip,
Mm-hmm.
so you can clip it on your pants that you're wearing.
Okay.
So you're gonna stick this one on your skin directly under your underwear.
Turn around.
Yeah, I'll give you this one.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to stand up shortly.
Yeah, I need to stand up for a second to show my belly. So I put this here. Mm-hmm. It's also very sticky, nice.
Yeah, it's new.
But you can also only stick it once, or how often can you stick it?
You can use it 30 until 40
This or
times.
this way?
This way.
This way.
Yeah. Now.
Should I hold it? Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
It looks already painful because of my hair.
Ah.
Yeah. When I move it away, you know?
Okay. So we have 6 modes and 20 intensity levels.
Yes.
I will start with the first mode
Fuck, I feel it.
and will increase it until level 20, which is the
I
maximum.
already feel it.
Do you feel already something?
Yes, I feel it very much.
Very much. You're on level 4.
Really? Oh God. Okay.
And you're sitting. Like you're
Yeah,
actually like
I'm
a super
sitting.
comfy position. So you're
Yeah.
okay.
So I feel like and stops for a second.
Yeah. And then
What is
count.
this right now?
It's 7. Can you do 20?
We can do 10 for a second.
Are you sweating already?
Yeah,
Do you have this smarties?
Okay.
wow.
How do you feel?
I could definitely not go to work or concentrate.
Could
or
you do the
anything.
podcast today?
Like with this?
Yeah.
No.
No?
It was. Oh. I literally would go to bed immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I would just wait until it's done.
But it holds for 2 days. So you're gonna
At
stay in.
least. For some people, even more, right?
Yeah. So that's the minimum.
So what is this right now?
It's 18. 19?
Mm-hmm.
20. You made it.
Yeah, I have respect. I have more empathy, I think, right now.
So you're wearing it for 1 minute 35 seconds now.
Yeah.
A woman has this pain the whole day.
This is such a nice picture you're drawing right now. Okay, great.
Enough,
that's
you
awesome.
mean?
It's enough right now. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I turn it up.
Crazy. Wow, that's amazing. I think I never really visualized the pain because, of course, it's just a construct, something that you hear about, but you can never experience. So I think this device should definitely be tried out by the man and woman.
Yes,
To
I
give
think
my
so
empathy.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can understand it way better.
Way
I will try it later.
Polina, honestly, thank you so much for being here
Thanks a lot, yeah.
as our guest. And in the end, we would really much enjoy if we would all together express our inner goat and do a little meh into the
Okay.
camera.
Okay.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Meh.
Welcome to Inner Goat.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Legend shines so bright. Welcome to Inner Goat. Work every dream takes flight.